This time you're going to be using half-circle protractors. So you're going to get to investigate and measure angles using half-circle protractors today. Why are we doing this? Well, we looked a little bit yesterday. You can't use a ruler for the measurement, right? You can't use a ruler. That doesn't work. And really, we just got to get an idea of these measurements, and we measure these in degrees. And I think something I forgot to show you yesterday, something I've not been talking about, is when you're measuring these degrees, we can use the word degrees, which is the measurement of an angle, or we can use this little circle up there. So for instance, 80 degrees, it's very similar to what you put down for the temperature degrees. For whatever reason, I don't know the history of that. Okay, so the things you're going to need to remember when it comes to these half circle protractors, number one is they still have little zero lines. Okay, so there's zero lines at each end of them there. And you'll notice there's two measure indicators that go from 0 to 10 from left going clockwise. And you'll also see there's another, most of the time, there's another indicator going from 0 to 10 going from the right counterclockwise. So just like we were using with the full circle protractors, you're going to have to know that you start at the 0 line and you're moving up to, you're counting up rather than counting down. Always remember also, the 0 line. 0 line can go all the way across here. Do you see that line that's here? One thing to remember, most of these protractors have this like little bullseye right there where it meets. That little bullseye is where you line up your vertices or vertex. And you're going to want to put that, and I'm a little even off on my line. It would be better if I drew the line. Your rays or your lines should be right on that line right there. Any off will change your measurement. So right there on the bullseye is where your vertex goes. Oh yeah, you're going to be able to manipulate these protractors in different ways. You know, you're going to want to be able to turn them one way or another. Right? You can go all the way around like you would, of course. Make sure you can read the numbers right side out so they're not flipped over. So once again, you're going to line this up. So get that little bullseye on your vertex and make sure your 0 line is there. In this case, we're counting from the 0 line on the right side and counting up, going counterclockwise, and you can see this goes, it's just a little short of 40 degrees in this case as this line moves right through the 40-degree line. Once again, you're trying to get within 3 degrees, no more and no less than 3 degrees. So we're trying to get really close to this. So you're going to work with your D partners. You're going to work with your D partners or your choice partners on pages 215 through 217. I'm going to allow you to do your home link today. The reason is I'd rather you not take home the protractors, and we can talk about that when I get back, depending on, you'll have a little bit of extra time for your math today. So take that time, get your homework done. You'll free that up, and if you have any questions, your substitute would be more than happy to help you out with that.